And unmute all the people. Hello, and welcome to Ladies of Lore number 9. We may or may not have just done a series of stupid, amusing things and realized that it should have been recorded. Also, Miriam's on the phone. Oh, wait, looks like she's coming back. The Miriam has returned, possibly.
Maybe.
I'm back, sorry. Phone call from my dad. My name is... I'm back. Hello, hi.
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Yay.
We just stopped talking because you were talking.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, convoluted trip involving my dad flying to California to take a train from California to Denver.
The train from California to Denver takes 3 days.
No, it doesn't.
Which one are you finding? Because that's the only one I was ever able to find.
The California Zephyr.
Yeah, the last time I looked at it, it was a 3-day train ride.
It takes a day and a half.
I will turn up the Miriam volume. Give me just a second.
Yeah.
No, I'll turn you up. Don't worry.
Oh, no. I'm not messing with my volume settings. That's
Ah, okay.
So Miriam, I'm pretty sure you meant your dad flying you back out to
So
California
what's happening? Yeah.
and
Okay.
then coming back.
Okay.
And then taking the train from California to Denver.
Also, Miriam, you have somehow unfocused.
Touch my bloody camera!
I know! It's a wonderful camera, isn't it?
Okay, let's see. How are we at now?
That is more unfocused.
What?
You also aimed it up and away from you. That is slightly better, however it is now more up and away from you. Ooh, that's really well focused and mostly looking at you.
Yay, Miriam.
It's... And now it is perfect. That's probably a little low.
Well, if I slide it means I don't miss it.
Okay. Well,
No, I see where we're going with that.
yeah.
That was not a shirt face moment, that was literally I see where I'm disappearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello. Yes, then hello and actually welcome to Ladies of Lore number 9. We've been away for just a while.
Just a few weeks.
Some people have graduated, some people have new jobs, everything has changed. I don't
We're
remember.
whole new people!
I don't
I'm
remember-
Stephanie.
I don't remember if Stephanie moved since the last one. I'm just trying to remember, was number 8 after you moved or before you moved?
Right after I
Okay. Well, then this is close enough. Yay! It's not just a blank wall terrifying everyone.
Oh, just so you guys know, if you see a random weird boyfriend in the background, that is Alex.
Ah.
Oh, for its name. Just if you see a random stranger that is not Natasha.
So, this will probably be a slightly shorter Ladies of Lore than usual because, as we said, some people have new jobs. And most of the way that I come up with the stuff for this stream is by having boring, monotonous stuff to do at work. And with a new job, there isn't a ton of that, because there's tons of training and learning new things. So, I haven't thought of anything new for this, really. I've thought of a couple of things, don't worry. But I'm not particularly well prepared, so... I mean, I think most of us are going to get a really hard D&D fix from tomorrow for the Patreon-only D&D game.
It'll be great. We haven't done that in even longer since
Yes, and also, Haley, you have a book that gives you things to actually work off of.
Yes, that is also true.
Did you see the horrified expression on my face?
I did, yes.
Oh, I totally missed it.
Well, if you go watch the stream while we're doing this, you'll see it soon enough.
Fair enough.
So,
Oh, damn it, Steven! Now when I turn, I don't look at you, I look at Miriam, which I adore her. But it just screws up the actual, thing of what's it we had going.
oh, I'm sorry,
Look down and glare. No, thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still look down and glare. In fact, I don't think I actually moved anyone's positions. We just have the new camera overlay here, so it looks a little bit different. Oh, and before I forget, we are giving away, what is it called? Rampage Nights, I want to say? Yes, we're giving away Rampage Nights today.
Am I really?
Yeah, give me just a second.
Yeah.
Nope, not playback.
Getting happening during this stream.
How is Stephanie, or is Miriam just weird? Because in that case, I don't know what to actually do about it. Oh, I should turn that up too. Hang on. Okay. Can you two do me a favor and talk?
How about Stephanie go first? I usually talk over you by accident. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It happens a lot, not just you. You're fine. I know, but still, you go ahead. All right.
Okay, that, at least on this end, looks like it's a bit better. Okay.
Oh.
Well, you are now hitting at about the same range as Haley and I
I'm sorry.
think. Actually, you're a little bit quieter still.
Should I just talk louder? Would that help?
It would.
Maybe.
Stephanie, use your big kid voice.
My big girl voice. Oh boy.
Okay, you two might be minorly deafening now because I upped you by a lot, but you should be good now.
Better? How's this?
Yeah.
Levels wise.
From what I can see, it looks fine.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because Cap and Haley are using the same mics, so
In the
that's
same room.
yeah. So our audio should be roughly the same-ish, 50-50. I don't actually know what math I was going with there. So yeah, this will probably be a pretty quick-ish stream unless we keep getting derailed and doing other stuff. Although I might have a backup plan for another thing for streaming after this.
Yay!
I think I know what that background.
That depends. What do you think it is? Because if it's that thing I keep playing, it's not that.
No, I'm thinking
Okay, good.
Overwatch.
I was trying to be all cryptic, damn it! Haley has Overwatch right now. Well, Haley has Overwatch right now because it's a free weekend.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, welcome back, Aleph Cat.
You got it!
I think I said that right. Please tell me I said
You
that
did!
right.
That's why I'm clapping for you. It's Aleph Cat, yes.
I just feel so bad because it took me like 2 hours to figure it out.
Especially after I told you what it was.
Yes, but apparently listening to the translation video, which told me 12 times how to say it, actually helped.
It's not forcing Haley to play Overwatch. She started playing it before
Translation video?
There's a pronunciation guide for
Pronunciation
it.
video, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, is it like the Hebrew letter Aleph?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that's why I was like, oh, wait, I'm confused how you're having a hard time with this.
I mean, to be fair, Chewie and I were also a little bit confused seeing it happen, but
Remember, I do read some Hebrew, so it's like, oh, I'm pronouncing it like the letter Aleph. That's okay. That's what I'm thinking in my head.
what is it
It's
like a replacement
the
letter
first-
for?
It's just the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet. It actually doesn't make any sound, but it can kind of stand in for an A sound.
So we could actually just call him Cat.
A cat. No, if you want to, but that would be kind of sassy. It's
Okay.
actually the first letter of my tattoo.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
So,
I'm like, oh, okay.
who of you remember what happened last time?
Our DM
We
was
got
really
our butts
fucking pissed and made us suffer.
Just,
Yeah. We had a very angry DM.
let's be honest, most of it was actually me writing myself out of a hole. It really was. Oh, you're using it in the mathematical sense, which I assume is... I don't know math beyond basic math, so...
Great.
yeah, no, it was mostly me writing myself out of a, corner.
Slads, giant toad creatures,
Yeah.
a
Explosions.
basically hightail our butts right out as fast as we can.
Turned a small section of the city on the border of a jungle into a flat plane of glass.
Yeah, we essentially bombed the town.
You went to go have a lie down and a nap. One of you is no longer infected by a horrible disease. The other one of you still has a slad egg growing in you.
Woo! Oh god, I forgot about
You've also now been tasked. So, basic idea: slads are a weird combination of the alien from Alien, and I actually don't know what the hell else to say they're a combination of. They do a thing where basically, if they are born from or kill more powerful beings, then they slowly rise up through their weird caste, color caste ranks, and become more powerful. So, you are aware that the thing growing inside Stephanie, when it is born in like a month or so, or 36, actually, like a month or so, will be extremely powerful because she can cast 3rd level spells or higher. So it will be a very, very strong slad. Like,
Dear.
it will be the thing in charge of the ones that almost murdered you last time.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I need
Yeah.
to find a cure. I don't want to die.
It's called a green slad. So that's the other thing, is you have been put in charge of dealing with the people who have already been infected with the same eggs.
That's right.
Yes. They are relatively certain, the government is relatively certain that they corralled them all up. However, they want you all to make sure that they've got all of them, basically.
Right. Okay.
And aid, like, studies so that theoretically they can maybe remove said eggs.
Yeah, that would be good.
But like I said, you do have like a month, and you have now spent 3 of your 7 downtime days. So this is the beginning of day 4. So
Yes,
in
apparently we wasted them on attempting to make some side money
a little bit.
as hired defense.
Yes. So if you are not able to deal with the egg within the next couple of days, there will be a way for you to return, like to communicate and hopefully return to the main city, but you will be basically leaving the planet.
Right. Yes.
And there will be medical staff there, but that's about the best they've got.
Indeed. I might suggest we go and stop by my old boss's office. She might have something to do.
Okay, well you're beginning the morning at your home.
Right. Well, I have gotten up and made tea for everyone, and I'm sitting there catching up on my mail. Being dead does generate quite a bit of mail.
I mean, you were only dead for a couple of days. In
Again,
fact, you were basically
mail.
dead for you were not even dead for a full day. You were probably dead for, like, maybe 12 hours before you got resurrected into a new body, and then were home again,
yes.
like, 6 hours later. So you were gone for maybe 18 hours.
Oh, so less mail than I would have thought.
Oh, significantly less, yes.
Right, then.
Sorry, there's dogs
So-
staring at me. It's very strange.
Then I am sitting at my kitchen table in my small house with tea,
I guess.
waiting for everyone to join me for the day.
I feel like Jiki probably wakes up very early with you and is just sitting there also sipping tea. Probably not
And in
immediately.
complete silence.
Oh yes, because they don't have vocal. Jiki doesn't have vocal cords.
Indeed, Jiki doesn't speak, and I'm not a morning person. So tea it is.
And the other two are passed the hell out, apparently.
Yep.
Essentially, I think I'm just sitting here, just slowly absorbing tea, trying to wake up.
I guess eventually, Dara gets up kind of late. So.
Just kind of stumbles out of bed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lots
Grumpy?
of. Just less functional. As
Fair
in
enough.
Not functional.
Also, fair enough.
Mornings are hard.
Mornings tend to be rather hard. Right then. Good morning. Tea?
And I'll just grab whatever cup you offer me.
Hey, Mike, you actually made it on time this time. Sorry about missing the stream yesterday. Sorry, you showed up at like a few seconds after Haley left the stream, turned the stream off yesterday.
Yep.
Oh, that's no fun.
It was impressive, if nothing else.
Indeed. Alright, so we're sitting, absorbing tea.
Not even drinking, just sort of. Are you chugging it?
Essentially what you do in the morning to become functional.
So basically I take this cup and I unhinge my jaw, pour it in, and
Sometimes.
go get another one.
Sometimes
yes.
you forget about it and it sits there.
Yeah, sometimes. Usually that's when I'm on cup 3 or so, though.
Indeed. Sorry, that's the best description I can think of, as I've seen you in the morning before you've had your coffee. It's rough.
It is very rough.
Yes, it's one true host. I'm not sure if all the words he makes, the sounds he makes are actually words to begin with, but...
Maybe? I don't know.
Okay, so, quick diversion. I never understood why people drink coffee. I didn't get it. I don't drink coffee. I didn't even like the smell of coffee. Like, I would not walk down the coffee aisle at the grocery store.
Oh.
Before I met this man.
And apparently your D&D characters still won't drink coffee because you're all having tea.
Yeah.
It's civilized. It's civilized morning thing. Tea.
So yeah, anyway, didn't ever understand coffee. I understand it now. I'll get up and make his coffee before if I'm up first, which almost never happens.
Because I'm awake stupid early.
Yes, you are. But we're all sitting at the kitchen table absorbing tea into our bodies. To become functional. Yay, functional.
Okay. Jiki is probably at this point mostly functional compared to the rest of you and just sort of scrolls on her tablet like, so what's the plan?
Right. So we need to get rid of that slad egg. Currently
And I
growing.
kind of like to visit my crew real quick to let them know that everything's okay and not to panic like they were.
I mean, most of them were like working on that ship.
Were the letters before they started working on it then?
Yeah, the letters were basically when most of them were sent before when it was just like someone stepped on your boat and went, this mine now.
Yeah.
Some of them were your like less well-liked crew who didn't get hired on by the government and just got sort of left. So there were maybe like 2 or 3 from your less skilled employees that came after everyone else had it explained to them. But most of them are on that ship now.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
They're fine.
You're good, you're fine. So good. Right.
Yeah, that egg needs to come out before we leave my field.
Yeah, so it's not like you can just hatch it out of your body. That would be...
I mean, you can.
That's preferable, yeah.
Yeah, you can. It just does it by eating its way out.
Yes,
and
as
I
we
would
don't...
be dead.
We
Yeah.
don't want that.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That's a terrible fate.
Yeah, probably not, because
Messy fate.
it grows up very quickly and turns into a big, horrible thing.
And then it'd be a problem for us.
That's right. We
Yes,
have to
but
fight it.
I mean, there's the whole... I mean, one would assume it's a quick death from having spawn.
But it's still death.
Yeah.
Death is the less desirable option in this situation.
You could res her.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is
I did
not...
that once, I don't
not
want to do that again.
Okay, you
We've
have
already
enough.
been through this.
You have enough money now. You can actually afford a real res.
Yeah, well,
Oh, that's true.
money shmoney.
But still. Yeah, you
So-
said something about your employer?
She might I don't remember my ex-employer's name.
Anathraxia.
Yes, Anathraxia. She might have a lead as to how to remove said spawn from your midsection. Does anyone want to come with me to visit her?
I think we'll all.
Yeah, definitely.
Something, don't split the party?
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually that's the good.
Generally.
True.
Okay.
Right, then.
Where do you plan to find her?
Seems like
Same place? Research and development?
I mean, you're aware that she isn't always there.
Yes, but that was literally the first thing I could think of as to where she might.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're not aware of where she is otherwise, but you're also aware that she isn't always there.
Yes. So that's honestly the first place that we might need to look.
Okay. So just gonna head right over to the R&D building?
Yes. Yes, we will.
Okay. That was a strange face there, Miriam.
You know that I always make strange faces. If that's not a fact of my face and knowing me, then I have no.
It was strange even for you, and I can't figure out what the context for making it could even possibly be. So yes, you're heading over to the R&D building. Basically, hey, stop that. You step in the front door. So what is your plan now?
Is there reception?
I mean, sort of. The reception is mostly security, but most of them are people who you hired. Or
Right.
took part in the hiring of.
And then I will approach them and ask. They have seen my lady Anathraxia.
Just like tiefling walk up where Anathraxia.
I have assumed my old gear.
Your old
Yes,
what?
I'm assuming, do they still have any sort of, no, I've got the silver badge. We have that silver badge.
Oh, right, yes. So you're actually just gonna go like, oi, where?
Yeah, where my lady Anathraxia, looking for her. It's important. I point to my badge as in, like, I am an official personage.
Can you give
My
me a
silver
persuasion
badge.
check real quick?
Yes.
I'll say with advantage, because you actually have the badge.
Oh, yay! Okay. Persuasion, you said?
Yes.
Right. Persuasion. Roll with advantage. Is that good?
Okay.
Even without advantage, that would have been good.
So just for context, I was cleaning off my glasses and heard the roll. I was just like, okay, let's see what this is, and put it on one. Oh, Jesus! Yes, the Dragonborn that you're talking to just sort of, like, sputters a little bit, like, yes, yep, and, like, doesn't get any words out, and just, like, runs over to an elevator and summons it for you.
That worked.
Also, another small deviation because I keep getting distracted. Steven, show off your stuff.
Oh, right!
The stuff?
Well, I'm actually going to show it off more tomorrow.
Well, yeah, but because
There's a thing.
there's a thing in a stuff.
Okay,
I got
hold on.
my-
I have an ad that I'm waiting to pass.
Okay, well, Haley got me my own Wormwood stuff.
Yay! That's exciting.
So, unlike hers, mine is also a lottery, but mine did not come from, like, a
The
combined
same
lottery. So, sadly, I did not get any wonderful, gorgeous dice with it, but I did get I believe this was the Wenge.
Yeah, it's matching.
So we got matching dice vaults. This one is also Wenge with, I don't know if I can actually show you the engraving here, and I think it'll be backwards even if I can, but may your rolls always be fun. And instead of the, like, velvet, I've got foam, which I think I might actually like a little bit better.
Oh, okay.
And then, what was this wood? I've already forgotten.
Maple of some sort.
Yes, it was maple. A nice dice rolling tray. And I don't have my dice box in here, so I can't give you the wonderful sound of it, but our Patreon-only D&D series will now be using this as the player rolling tray. So that should be very nice. Well, that, and because, well, actually, hang on, you can sort of hear it when I drop my ring in it. It's like a wonderful, gorgeous sound.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
The sound is great.
The sound is beautiful, because it's maple, and then this is suede leather on the inside.
It's very sexy.
Yeah, it's real nice.
So yeah, I just wanted to have you show that off because
It's pretty.
Yes. I'm saving the actual, like, first rolls for it, though, for our Patreon series, so...
yeah.
Yay!
Okay, where were we? Yes, so he sputtered and, like, ran over to an elevator and is basically, like, holding it open and has pressed all the buttons to send it to the right floor. And is stumbling over his words while trying to explain to you that you just need to do the exact same thing you did the last time you were here, where it's basically you take this elevator up and then get in a different elevator and go up as high as that one will go.
Okay. Sweet.
And he, like, as soon as all of you pile in, he just lets go of the door, steps away, and as the doors are closing, you basically see him kind of visibly slump over, like, oh god, I think they were gonna kill me.
Oh, poor little puffin. That is not said in-game.
Well, this was as the door closed. Like, you only saw it out of the barest crack of the door.
Oh,
Nice.
poor thing is so intimidated.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
So-
trying to get used to this.
So, just riding up the elevator.
Yep.
So,
In character. Well, that worked.
So you reach what is basically like the top of the R&D part of this pseudo skyscraper pyramid-ish building, and there's that other elevator that you went through last time, basically just sitting opposite this one.
Right. So we're
We
going
just keep going up.
Yep. Up and in.
Okay,
You
so
mean
you
in and up?
in it
Yes.
out then in then up.
We're going to the top where Anafaxia is, so we can talk to her about the slab embryo currently growing in Fleet.
So you get in this new elevator and begin pretty much the second you get in it. Remember, oh right, this is the awful magic one, where you basically go up. You can see the ceiling, that sort of Willy Wonka style thing where you can see the glass ceiling and the skylights, and instead of crashing through it, you just disappear and appear about a few 100,000 feet straight up in the air again.
It's a bit terrifying.
Yeah. And instead of standing below a skylight, you're basically standing on top of a skylight in the sky.
Great feeling.
Yep.
Terrifying, actually.
No.
It's that terrifying thing that you ran into last time where it's clearly not glass, but it's some sort of surface that is projecting whatever should be visible through the bottom of this building somewhere in the sky.
It's like the Willy Wonka Great Glass Elevator.
No. So basically, there's the building that you were in, and you went up to the top of that building and you hit, like, the skylight. But instead of hitting the skylight, the elevator, almost as though it slowly went through an invisible portal. So it started appearing in this other building somewhere straight up.
Yes.
And when the doors open, if you look straight down, it looks as though you're stepping onto open air.
Which is terrifying.
Yes.
Oh, this is unsettling.
And when you get when you get a slightly different angle, it's clear that no, it's just some sort of surface that is projecting, that it has the image of the, like, ground below you projected onto it.
Yes. So we are on the top floor.
Yes. And you can basically take 2 steps out and you're on the sort of balcony where you can see the... What was the name of your ship? I've entirely forgotten.
I don't remember.
Well, whatever the name of your ship is,
Your
being,
ship, you see that ship.
Later.
being worked on by
Ship.
the combination of, like, the R&D people and your crew and a couple of, like, contractors and such, all of whom seem to be still real busy with whatever the heck they're doing. It looks a lot more complete than the last time you were here. Like, there were the sort of massive rings that went around the boat. They've now been entirely completed, and now it looks like they're mostly focusing on replacing your armaments and stuff.
Like, that's good.
And it looks like they're basically tearing out your entire, like, I'm trying to think of what the name for it is. Like, the area on top of the quarters, where you would just normally have the steering column.
Oh, that's actually called the poop deck.
Oh, that's the poop deck? Okay. Well, they're basically, like, tearing out the poop deck and installing some sort of strange bulbous item.
You mean like at the stern of the ship?
Like, it's basically like they're tearing out the poop deck and replacing it with a bridge.
Oh,
yes, that is
Yeah.
a poop deck.
Yeah. And the other thing that you're noticing is they seem to be expanding the storage area underneath. So it looks almost as though your ship is now sitting in a much longer ship.
Actually, almost built around it.
Sort of, except that it's only, like, your ship is still whole, and it has the whole bubble thing, but then there's another, it doesn't look like a ship, it's just like a very long strip of storage area that looks like it's still trying to be made, like, dynamic, but clearly it's just for storage.
Got it.
Or almost like an icebreaker's prow, it almost looks like that.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, it just extends a fair bit away. Otherwise, still mostly looks like your ship.
That's good. I'm surprised no one made a joke about it being a poop deck.
I mean, just wait, chat will catch up in a minute.
Oh, definitely.
Not quite Russian nesting ship, no.
The USS Matryoshka.
So now you're looking for Anathraxia?
Yeah, should I perception check for that? See if I can see her in the room?
Sure. She is not a subtle person. Like,
No.
I mean, quite frankly, Stephanie, you could probably just feel if she was in the room.
Do I see her with that role?
You do not. There's a lot of people running around pretty much everywhere.
Okay.
Alright, what do I roll?
That would just be a perception check, I'd say with advantage, though.
Hold on.
I mean, if I could say, the weirdest way I want to say it is to do a perception check, but with your charisma instead, just because that's your spellcasting ability.
Oh, so just...
I guess just do an advantage.
20 plus.
Charisma?
Just roll it as a charisma save with advantage. That'll probably be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, with the 19, you're basically able to just hone in on there is a massively powerful thing over in that direction.
Alright, guys, she's this way.
Got it.
So you just sort of lead the rest of your group straight to it?
Yeah.
Or to whatever the big power that you feel is?
Yep.
So, weirdly, you actually have to sort of circle down around the balcony and get down closer to your ship. And it feels like whatever it is that you're directing everyone towards is probably on the ship, but as soon as you start getting close, your crew notices you and realizes it's you, and all start, like, running over to you and just like, Captain, you're here, you're alive, yay, the ship isn't stolen, hey!
Yeah!
And they basically
and we're
just...
on an adventure!
They stop you from moving. They're all just, like, swarming around you.
It's like a group hug, but a
That's right.
like a
Pretty much, except that they're all privateers.
So
I'll still hug a couple
hairy
of
group
them.
hug?
It's probably a little bit more of, like, a,
Mosh pit?
I was gonna go with, like, a leather jacket biker gang hug.
Oh, those are the best!
Yeah.
I mean, unless you have some very strange dress code on your ship.
No, that sounds not right.
Like, I think that at this point, the game universe is probably a little bit past the awful poofy shirts, but not quite to a leather jacket.
So, like leather jerkins and things
cross.
like that.
It's probably... I'd honestly say that the tech for this world is probably between World War I and World War II right now.
Oh, okay. So no, there would be leather jackets.
Maybe, but they're not like common enough that an entire privateer crew
Okay.
would have them.
Fair enough.
Because it's not a thing that can be easily manufactured,
No.
especially when this is a very, like, I don't want to say authoritarian, because it's not really, but a very aggressive government that would probably rather have any leather that's being produced put into, like, useful quote-unquote, useful things.
Fair enough. So, like, the canvas-jacketed biker gang.
Yeah, little patches on the back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
What does the patch say?
It's a
Poseidon's
It's
angels?
just like a.
Instead of Hell's Angels, Poseidon's angels or something like that?
Oh, good, and now you've written Poseidon into this world. Thank
I
you.
don't know. Or like,
Poseidon's dragons.
I like that.
I mean,
Or you have mermaids tattooed on they have mermaids tattooed on their biceps.
it is your ship and your crew.
We digress.
Well, no, because now I'm just imagining a whole bunch of really burly, like, dragonborns and lizard folk with less human and more scaly mermaids tattooed on their arms, and a bunch of kobolds who are probably really pissed that their arms aren't big enough to do that.
No, they have it tattooed on their chests.
Just, like, they run around shirtless, where you just have a bunch of kobolds that have a giant, overly scaled mermaid on their chest.
Yes, you do.
Oh, good.
Gotta be proud.
And now this is canon. Yay!
Well, I mean, everyone grows up in kind of like talent groups, so it's not like you can have mom tattooed on your chest.
That is very true. And I just sort of, for some reason, I assumed that you don't have any Yanti on your crew, but I don't know why I assumed that. I just...
No, mostly dragons.
Speciesist?
But we kind of pick up a straggler, so maybe one or two Yanti.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, they basically all just crushed you in there.
It's like, Captain, you're not dead!
You're not dead! Also, hey look, the boat is here!
Guys!
Did you know we have a mission? Of course, this is also coming from, like, 30 different voices all shouting relatively the same thing at once.
Everyone, chill down a sec. So, here's some new additions to our crew, our family here. Point to the others.
Hi.
We have Tiki, Elsina, and
Nadar.
The angry one.
Sorry, it's
The
been a
angry
while.
one.
The captain of the murder train right
Yes.
Conductor, but close enough.
They sort of look at you confused, like, wait, we have two captains now?
here. No, just conductor.
Oh, okay.
She'll be fine. So yeah, we're looking for. Oh, what was her name?
Anathraxis.
Anathraxis. Any of you seen her?
They all sort of nod and point up towards the weird, like, bridge that's been installed instead of your poop deck.
Okay. All right.
And they
We'll be
part.
back.
They sort of part to let you out of the way, because as soon as you said her name, they all sort of went, "Oh, okay," and backed away from you.
The scary one.
Yeah. Like, I feel like most of your crew aren't, like, magic people, but they're still getting that, like,
Nah.
let's not screw with her vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's mostly brawn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, I feel like probably the people who didn't make it over when they hired your crew was, like, kobolds and things, and people who would, like, climb the rigging and, like, set up your sails and stuff, since that's not a thing the ship needs anymore. And they probably weren't the smartest. So yes,
We're
they
not cabin boys. It's fine.
they sort of point you
Captain
towards
Dragons.
the weird bridge blister pod thing.
Yeah,
Right,
murder
so-
train.
We approach Anathraxis.
Like, she's inside the thing, so it's gonna take you a while. Like, you make it up to where... Like, you take the steps up to the poop deck, but Now you have to find a way inside the bridge thing.
Right, because I changed it all.
Yeah, like, it's slightly smaller than the whole poop deck was, so basically you can walk... I'm imagining that there's like 2 sets of stairs on either side, and you could walk up either one of them, and then turn, and there's sort of like a flat gray shell of this bridge.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, there's no clear and obvious door.
I'm just gonna tap on it to announce our presence.
So when you tap on it, just, it's almost like it just sort of parts and lets you in.
Fancy.
Neat.
So, actually, not Elsina, the Feline, when you enter in, it actually becomes really clear that there's 2 different power sources you were feeling. There's Anathraxia, and then this weird central console that she seems to be just finishing up some sort of work on.
My lady. I just kind of, I incline my head and to greet her.
She sort of like waves at you. It looks really strange because she's in her like weird hover chair thing, but is basically like splayed out underneath this strange console.
It's like a mechanic dolly.
Well, no, it's her normal, like, she has like a sort of hovering wheelchair that seems to be powered by some sort of magic, and she's in it, but she's sort of half splayed out of it, like most of her tail, because she's a Yonti, is like coiled up inside it, and she's sort of like snaked underneath so that she can just pull herself back up, but like she can't support her own weight mostly, so she's underneath it but still on the chair. And she sort of like raises a hand up and waves at you like, I'll be out in just a second, dear.
Can I roll a perception check to kind of see what I notice about the new bridge?
Sure.
Because I'm just going to call it the bridge, because it's essentially what it is. It's the bridge of the ship.
Not Xavier, more just really old. She's a snake person. They are not supposed to live very long. She's just very determined to not die, apparently.
So what else can I see about the bridge?
So, as you start to notice it, there's this console that she appears to be working on that looks sort of like you've seen similar designs for ships in R&D, where it's basically looks like it's designed to do like forward turns as well as some amount of up and down.
Got it.
Oh, night, Aleph Cat. Sorry about that, man.
Bye.
I forget that it's awful time where you are.
Sleep well, dear.
Thank you for tuning in. And there's also a strange sort of helmet and gauntlets that seem to be prepared to descend from the ceiling that look to be relatively similar to the stuff on the console.
Got it.
There's also just a massive knife switch to one side of the console.
A what?
You know those switches where it's basically... it's like a handle and then 2 metal... Like, it's a handle on a divided metal U.
Yes.
And you pull it down and basically it doesn't... It is the completion for the circuit, basically, when it hits the 2 little clamps that it's supposed to go...
It's essentially like your standard mad scientist switch.
Yeah, it's... Except that when a lot of mad scientists turn it on, they're doing it wrong. It's basically you pull it down and the 2 metal things make contact with 2 other metal pieces and complete a circuit somewhere. Like, that is... The only reason why the circuit isn't running is because the switch isn't down.
Got it.
So it is very much this activates something that needs to be very clear if it's not active or if it is active.
Got it.
And it's right next to the console, but even though it's currently turned off, the console is functional, so you're pretty sure it doesn't control the console.
Got it.
Okay. So what's your plan?
Hang out till she's done?
Oh, well, pretty much after you start noticing that, she sort of pulls herself out from under the console and spins her chair around to face you all. What can I do for you, dears? Hey, Gothic!
Hi!
That is a lot of beer.
That is a lot
Cheers.
of beer. I'd love a beer.
I would also love a beer.
We have some beer.
Cheers.
Do we?
Yeah,
We have the citrus wit that isn't great.
we have mead instead.
Oh,
and
yeah, I
we
forgot
also
about that.
have gin and tonic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this thing is often, it's very important to know whether or not it is turned off or turned on.
Got it. My lady, I do believe that we could use your knowledge in. I kind of gesture to Feline.
Does this have
Like-
anything to do with the egg or the ones you're supposed to be corralling?
The egg currently in our friend here.
Well, the best I can offer is that you should probably corral the others so that we can run more invasive tests than your friend would be comfortable with.
Oh,
Right, and how would we do that? Do you have any ideas?
We have most of them. In fact, we think we have all of them, but I would suggest seeing if you can find any sort of record of who lived in the sector and how many of them either died or are simply not captured in quarantine.
That's a better word. Alright, so I suppose there's a town, there's something to go to.
There should be some sort of like. Can you all give me like history checks?
I am not prepared.
ooh, I'm rolling really well today.
Okay, so Feline, your basic idea is I'm sure someone kept records somewhere. Maybe we glassed it though. Then Nadar and Alcina, both of you are just like, well, we take a census, and
Yeah.
that should be reported to either the Census Bureau or at least like the nearest. I don't want to say capital, but nearest like. I'm trying to think of a reference for like the county reference office, basically, but not the county reference office. But yeah, there should be
The records building?
there should be a records building nearish to the sector that like would be in a slightly more capital area than the weird agricultural area you destroyed.
Yeah, we
Anathrexia also wants to point out that you can probably discount any kobolds from the records. It seems they didn't fare very well, and most of them either died immediately or likely already spawned.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes it easier for us.
Right then. Census building should be where we can find it.
Yeah, like with that 22, you're definitely sure that there should be one nearby the glassed sector that should have records. And Anathrexia, like, directs you to a level in the R&D building where you should be able to get the records of who they already have quarantined.
Perfect. Right then. I guess we head down, get the records, and then go off.
Okay.
Haley, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just listening.
Oh, okay. Okay. Right then. So, do we take the elevator down to the records building? Or the records floor? Or I guess the research floor?
I mean,
I figure that's where we're gonna have to go first.
anyone have any input?
We're asking you, right?
Why are you asking me?
No, I'm asking Steph and Haley. 'Cause
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like,
Yeah.
I'm just kind of following you
last
because
thing
you
we
seem
need
to know what you're doing.
Yeah. I'm just like knitting along, just like, okay, let's get this record. Like, seriously, I have my knitting in my hands right now.
Hang on, really quickly, I'm going to pop off my headphones because the cord is kind of tangled, so I need to untangle it real quick.
Knitting a purple bunny rabbit.
I don't know what you two are expecting from me.
He's not gonna tell us.
Sorry, dogs are staring at me like they want something.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, DM's not gonna, like, completely lead us through the situation.
No, I'm not. That's why I'm like, I don't know why you're asking me things.
Yeah, I'm like,
You ask me things, you're gonna get a roll for it.
Exactly.
And if you get an answer, it's probably gonna be some sort of terrifyingly cryptic message from your god going, "Booga, booga, 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 booga."
Helpful.
Yeah.
Very.
So I guess you can start there first.
Perfect. Perfect.
So
Maybe
just,
they'll know something, yeah.
so just head down the elevator to the next level of the R&D that you need to go to?
Yes.
Okay. Well, pretty much she gives you the number, and you get in the elevator back down.
Mm-hmm.
You land on the floor, the like top floor, see the level number, and go, oh, it's this floor. Like they have for some reason whatever these records are kept on the top floor.
That makes
That's
sense.
Hmm?
Huh?
That's perfect.
No, Haley, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh, you were just holding up a thing and showing it to the camera.
No, I'm trying to get it. It went.
Hmm?
Meds are kicking in, so
Okay.
it's a little fuzzy.
You took the meds like hours ago.
Yeah, but they're still there. I can't type grammar correct sentences.
Okay.
Grammatically correct sentences.
Okay.
Okay, so we're at the Census Bureau.
No, you're not at the
No,
Census
we're
Bureau. You're at you're at a floor of the R&D building that happens to have this data that you're looking for. You just don't know exactly who or where on this floor.
Precisely.
Is there a secretarial desk or something right there? Or?
Not really. There's basically just a big glass door that is the only thing visible on this floor besides the two elevator doors.
I say we go in and start wandering until we find someone.
That works too.
Well, you basically...
That is a good choice.
So you pass through this door, and there's what you would sort of describe as a secretarial desk, save for the fact that the person sitting there is a Yonti with no vocal cords, and the fact that they're basically sitting in front of and to the side of a massive balcony overlooking what appears to be a good, like, 2 or 3 dozen little cubicle labs, basically. Each one of which appears to have a, like, full-size Dragonborn, Yonti, or Lizard Folk, like, person in some sort of stasis rig sitting on it and being worked on.
Got it.
And the Yonti is, like, sitting at the desk, sort of, like, cocking a head looking at you.
Okay. Right. So we're actually looking for just a list of names for those who. Stephen, what was the name of the town that got nuked?
It wasn't even really a town, it was just a sector.
Settlement?
Like,
Or what sector?
it probably had a numerical and,
Like alphanumeric.
alphanumeric designation, but you
Okay.
didn't find out what it was. But at the description of the sector that got nuked, the Yonti basically just, like, nods and goes, like, yes, and pulls out a slate and, like, writes on it and faces it towards you, like, and you are who?
We are currently investigating, researching the, we're trying to make sure that you have everyone rounded up. Been infected.
Pulls back slate, erases it, faces it towards you. What is your name?
Oh, I'm Alcina.
Pulls it back, erases it. Thank you, ma'am. You are cleared for this, and hands you the, like, sheaf of a couple, like, maybe 6 pages of names.
Right. So I show the list to Nadar and Feline.
Okay. It's just like 6 pages of names with a series of, like another alphanumeric series that Feline and Nadar are in no way familiar with, but you're able to identify as basically the like measurement of the individual's intelligence and their relative like job class.
Got it. Okay. Right.
So how do we know who was quarantined and who wasn't?
This is the information on everyone they have that's quarantined.
Yes.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So what we are going to have to do is get the list of who lived in the sector, and then cross-reference and cross off
Mm-hmm.
to make sure everybody got rounded up.
Cool.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Probably a little bit.
It's,
Well, we asked for the work, so.
That's true.
yeah. That's perfect.
Okay.
So I think we have to go and we have to essentially go to the census office next.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh boy. Was that a building that maybe got destroyed?
No, because you were in. So effectively, I'm going to make this up on the fly, but effectively, I would say that a given area would probably have, like, say an area is a county, and a county would have a bunch of different sectors in it. So the capital of a given county would probably be, like, Sector A for that county.
Got it.
What you were basically in was in, like, Sector A, like, F sector, so on the very border of it.
Got it.
So there should be an area, like, very central where the records would be kept, and that was basically one of their agricultural outer areas.
Got it. Okay.
This empire is very, very structured.
Indeed. So we should probably go and get the records from them.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Anything we want to do before we go and catch the train? Get back up, perhaps?
For a county records building?
No, I'm in reference to when we didn't have backup and we kind of just started again, because that went well.
Yeah, because you went to an area that was covered in slads without knowing what slads were.
Yeah.
Precisely.
I mean, do you think you really need backup for a county records building?
No, I'm being a little bit of this.
Okay. Just making sure, because maybe you think you do.
Have you ever met an angry librarian? Those are terrifying.
I mean, I don't know if a county records building would have a librarian. Might just have a whole bunch of very angry clerks.
I was about to say an angry governmental clerk. I wouldn't want to meet them.
I mean, my thought with angry librarians were the nightmare librarians, which are terrifying.
They're also not human.
No, they're not.
Though I guess technically nothing here is human, but still.
True.
They're also not human.
Okay. Well, just getting on the train and heading there?
Yes.
You've probably got like a 10 or 20 minute wait for the train, but that's fine. So just jump on a train right over to the, like, capital sector for that county.
Yes, it shouldn't be that far.
Okay. And you basically get off, and the stop that you get off at is basically just like the government hub. So there's like the capital of the county, there's like I don't want to say registrar because that feels like the wrong word, but basically like the currency hub, and then a few blocks away there's basically the county clerk's office.
Okay.
So just heading straight there.
I'm picturing the DM. It's not like a DMV though.
No. It is very much like a boxy and relatively unimpressive building, but it does look nicer than you would expect for your typical government building.
Perfect.
Like, so there's when I'm saying typical government, remember that so there's like the high end, the empire running government that you've been dealing with, But then there's just the on-the-ground, like, everyday civil service government. And this looks a little bit too nice for, like, civil service everyday government.
Beautiful, then.
Not even beautiful, just more like there's...
No, I'm just saying, I'm saying, like, beautiful. Like, it's nicer, but it's not terrible.
No, it's not that. It's like there's more extra creature comforts. Like, it's more for the benefit of the employees than for the public.
Okay. Perfect, then.
Okay.
So, we
Okay.
Yeah, I did meet angry robot librarians in
So, yes, just walking straight up to the building?
I don't see why not.
Okay.
Anyone have any reason why we shouldn't just walk up to the building?
Okay.
No.
She said with some trepidation.
Okay. Just walking right in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yep, there's just like a reception area and like publicly facing clerk inside a like basically like very thick glass box, sitting comfortably and looking out at you.
Oh, good. No evil librarians.
No.
I was like, the way you made it like sound is like we were gonna get attacked or something.
Yeah, just like a smug-looking Yanti, but otherwise no.
Oh well, that.
How can I help you?
Right. Well, we need the town census for Sector F. What? You said it was Sector F, right?
It was an F sector. Like they would be the outer ring of the city, basically.
Let's assume I somehow know what the name is.
Just the one that got nuked?
Yes.
I'm sorry, why do you need that?
We are on important business, attempting to make sure that we have all of the citizens safely accounted for.
Important business for who? That is our job.
Can we show off our badges?
Yeah, I'm like, can we just tap on our little our silver badges?
I'm sorry. You need a warrant to take information from a private business, ma'am.
Is it private? Is it private if it's funded by the government?
We're a gov corp. We got spun off. It's more profitable that way.
Right.
Would it help if we were given permission by Lady Anathraxia?
It would help if you had a warrant.
Look.
Right. Anyone want help? Steven, how long did the train ride take?
Probably like half an hour.
That's not that bad to go back and get a warrant and come back.
Can I try an intimidation roll?
Sure, you can try. Give me an intimidation roll.
Good luck.
I mean, she is very charismatic. What exactly did you try and say?
Just go up to him, look. I have one of those eggs inside of me, and we need information in order to help get it out. Now, show us. Give us the records, if you would.
Ma'am, I feel as though you're being a touch hysterical. I've pressed our
You're
panic...
not the one gonna die.
I've pressed our panic button. If you could please get on the ground, the police will be here very shortly.
Well, crap.
Can I
Sorry,
try
guys.
a perception with disadvantage?
Shh, why with disadvantage?
Or a persuasion with disadvantage, excuse me.
If you're going to try to persuade, yes, it will be with disadvantage.
Right.
Hello,
Not much better.
Tiefenthal. Tiefenthal, welcome to the channel. No, not much better at all. In fact, what exactly were you saying there?
I'm slowly backing away from these people like I don't know them.
I'm trying to explain what's happening, but he's just not listening. I think is what happened.
No, in fact, at this point, what it started as a very smug-looking Yanti is now very concerned, and in fact is now leveling a small pistol at you below the slot to pass documents through. It's like, I again request that you please get on the ground before the police arrive.
Slowly backing
Really?
away.
Ugh.
I don't know these people.
Fine. We're leaving.
Just
Slowly inch towards the door.
Hands up, walking out the door.
okay.
Oh, we're out the door. Outside
Okay.
The door.
Pretty much as soon as you're out the door, you do actually hear sirens.
Oh, we should probably leave.
Yes.
I thought that's what we were doing.
I think your
Walk back to the
teammates.
train station.
I think your teammates were hoping that it was like bluff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a bluff.
Sorry, guys. I thought that would go a lot smoother.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
back to the city then. Let's get our warrant.
Yeah.
That's my feelings on the situation.
Okay.
Right.
So, where
Back
are
to the
you
city then.
trying to go to get a warrant, being not cops?
That's a good
We only know
question.
anorexia.
Also, now there being probably a warrant out for your arrest.
Oh, that's great.
Lovely.
I'm used to it.
Right. Idea. Let's go to Anaphraxia, get proof of what we're actually doing, go to the police, explain what happened.
Okay, so you're going to go to the train station, wait for another probably like 20 minutes for the train to get back, get on the train, go back to R&D.
Actually, better idea. Let's tap our badges and summon for help. We're supposed to be able to.
Okay, so you push two of the badges together.
And you thought we didn't need backup.
Is there anyone that you're trying to reach specifically?
Ideas, anyone? I guess chief of police?
For what? The county?
Yes, I don't know, to call... Okay, you guys, can someone, pop up with an idea? Because I am, drawing a blank here. Haley, Steph?
What? I was the one trying to leave when somebody started with their intimidation tactics.
Yes, and now you've successfully left, and I assume you kept walking, so you're not right next to the building anymore.
Yes.
But you
Sometimes
can,
no.
but you can definitely tell that the police have now arrived at said building
Oh, good.
Yeah.
and are spreading out, seeing as you're not there, trying to find you now.
I feel like this
Should we
simple.
try and go explain ourselves to them?
Well, I feel like we're not going to
It's
do
not
any
like
better
we're
because
not
they
gonna
may
go
as
that
well. They could just, shut down all trains.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I feel like the smart choice is to go back and turn ourselves in.
You are the worst for a lawful evil team, but okay.
Yeah. Well, it's bureaucracy. There's nothing that we're going to get done unless we follow the damn bureaucracy rules. It's stupid.
If you want to operate within the bureaucracy, yes, that is true.
Well, at this point, we're bloody hired by the goddamn bureaucracy.
No, you're hired by the people who are way above the bureaucracy.
And any suggestions, anyone? As we've currently...
I mean, Steph and I said go turn ourselves in,
I didn't turn ourselves in. I said go and explain,
which
not
is
go with them.
Right.
I wouldn't go down with a fight. No.
Oh my
Sorry.
god. This is not fun. This is not
No.
easy. What do we do? Do we follow the bureaucracy so we can actually get something done? Or do we say, fuck it, and do what we want?
I said
Because that's essentially...
we could just leave it all to them to do because they were doing it anyway.
It's like, god damn it, fuck procedures.
They were, but they also don't know who is quarantined.
True. Oh, goodness.
Think about
Let's
tr-
deal
so-
with the stupid
really
bureaucracy.
really quickly. Try and think about it from their perspective. They are a private corporation that's doing some of the government's work. They are trying to make a profit off of what they're doing. They're trying to make a profit off of that entire sector just got turned to glass. It would be significantly easier to just write off all of those people as probably dead and try and figure out a way to sell this wonderful new source of glass we have.
You know what I just
Glass
realized?
production.
I could have charmed that person.
I mean, probably, yes.
Oh my god.
Damn it, Stephanie!
Stephanie!
I'm out of practice, I'm sorry. I thought an intimidation check would be more fun. It's not.
Instead, you made her very concerned, and she pressed the silent alarm.
Yeah.
I feel like we're a bunch of bank robbers. The really bad robbery.
We didn't do anything.
Yes, you did.
We didn't even pull out any weapons.
We were behaved, for us at least.
Yes, for you.
We were well behaved for us.
You came in, threatened a woman very poorly, and said, "Give me this information that I shouldn't legally be able to get access to."
I did no such thing. I attempted persuasion.
I'm talking about Feline, who went, "Gimme!" Just while also pointing out, like, "I have an alien parasite in me. Gimme or I'll die." It's like, what?
Yeah.
You basically just went,
Yeah,
"I am a
my
raving." Yeah, this woman just kind of went like, "This is a raving lunatic. Oh God."
It's got a great track record right now. We're doing a good job.
Doing a fantastic job. What are you
Good job.
talking about?
We're doing better than last time, let's put it that way.
Not by
I mean,
much.
You haven't done anything for probably about 5 minutes now while you've been fighting about this, so the police are slowly cordoning off the areas around you.
You got us into the mess, you get us out of the mess.
Charm the police officers, please.
I mean, you don't see any officers, but it's pretty clear that they're spreading out like a cordon around the building. And if they don't find you within that cordon, they'll just keep expanding it.
Good luck. Please, attempt to charm them if you would.
I mean, charm doesn't really work like that. You can do like one person at this level, I think.
Say it's only one person. So we could have them take us to the chief or whoever's in charge, and then charm them.
Good work.
Oh, this is gonna end well.
That's
Okay.
great.
You have also seen that you can use some amount of magic through the scale, so you could probably try that, but you having never done it before probably wouldn't be super good at it.
Oh,
Hush
it's
up.
a disadvantage.
Yeah. Also, not knowing who you want to contact and if they can actually receive a call, but...
That's fun.
Alright.
You have many options, but you were
Yes.
definitely running out of
good.
time.
Kill everyone.
You are running out of time here because the police are definitely going to have you, like, cordoned off in a minute or two here.
Right. Decisions. Do we
Alright.
do we get ourselves captured or do we attempt to run away?
I hate the idea of being captured. Goes against the nature, but
Jiki...
it'd be a really long trip back.
What does Jiki say?
So at this point, Jiki sort of, like, looks and, like, starts feverishly writing on the tablet, like, we probably don't want to get arrested.
Yeah,
Right.
no.
Let's go.
Trials
Okay.
are short in the city.
Yeah. I'm with Jiki. Let's just go.
And we book it.
We'll be gone before they actually catch us.
Okay.
'Cause we're leaving, what, in a couple days, right? Or
Yeah. Yeah.
Just God forbid
You
we
are
ever come
leaving
back
in
to
4
this
days.
place.
Right. So we've booked it.
Okay, so where did you book it to? Like, are you just running in a random direction?
My brain says back the way we came, but you know.
Yes.
Like, towards the train station?
Sure.
Okay.
Nah. I don't think that's a good idea, but okay.
Okay.
No, if you have a better idea, say the better idea. Please.
We know the direction
You know the direction what?
really about your house, right?
guess we.
So we're just
go
gonna walk all the way back?
It took you half.
No, we walk there, or we walk till we find another train station or another part of town where it's not quarantined. Or,
Cordon off.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Works for me. Let's go.
Okay. So you're gonna run probably to like the next sector's train station.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
So this is basically gonna be like, are you running or are you like trying to blend in with the city or what?
We're
Blend
up
in with the
blend
city.
in.
Okay.
Random people running is more.
Yeah, we're gonna get caught.
Okay, but you're
Act natural.
So are you, and I know you can't see my camera, but like air quotes, acting natural and trying to blend in, or are you just walking there at a leisurely pace?
Acting natural, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Okay, then give me stealth rolls from all of you.
That's great.
Because it's basically like an hour-long hike over to the...
Oh good, I'm probably gonna do really poorly, guys. Oh, I didn't suck that up.
Not too bad.
I mean, I can't be that stealthy. I'm a tiefling.
Yeah, you're actually, yeah, that's pretty bad.
I'm a fucking tiefling. I stand out enough as is.
Miriam.
Oh.
Oh. I get
Uh,
arrested?
no, pick a number for me between 1 and 3.
2.
Okay. No one actively, like, spots you, but there are a couple of moments where it's pretty clear that police have noticed, like, that's not a dragon person. We should check that out. But just before they manage to grab you, you, like, sneak back into the crowd or something. Or, like, pop into a shop or, like, throw on a hat or something to cover your weird hair. And the fact that you have hair.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So you throw on a very strange hat and manage to pull off like a fake Dragonborn look for a second. But
From
yeah,
the back.
you came very, very close to getting arrested a few times.
Oh, good. We didn't actually get arrested.
Yeah. So you make it to this other train station. There are police, but they don't seem to be actively on the lookout for people. They just seem to be the like. This is a
Transit cops.
yeah. This is an area of transit. We should keep an eye on it. Sort of cops.
Good.
So they're not actively looking for you, and in fact, they are stopping everyone. But they stop you and basically see the silver scale badges and like usher you right on through.
Oh, good.
Fantastic.
So get on the train and head back to your house.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So that was basically like an hour and a half excursion to there.
So that was terrible.
Yeah. I mean,
We have nothing.
yeah, thankfully you arrived at the train station pretty much a few minutes before the train arrived, so it was only about an hour and a half. Like, it took you an hour to walk from the building, the county records building over to New Train.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And then half an hour to get back home, basically. So you have made it back to your house, effectively.
Hooray.
So what's your plan now?
Yay. I don't know if we have a plan because we still have to get those records. Let's just go and get paperwork. The paperwork that we need.
From...
But if we go back, we're still gonna be arrested, I feel.
Not with a warrant.
I mean, they might not be actively looking for you anymore after a little while, but there'll definitely still be a warrant out for your arrest.
Indeed.
Can we do this
Maybe
without
we can also
said
talk-
information?
Can you what?
Can we do this without that information?
Maybe? I mean, right now you know who is quarantined. The problem is you don't know who was there before.
Oh, so we can't like track down the other people?
No. Like, you could probably do it the other way if you had the information of who was there without the quarantine information, but not this way.
Yeah.
Unless you have some really creative way to find out who lived there before.
Is there any way we can summon the information? Like, make them bring it to us?
I don't know, is there?
Maybe we can get some sort of, like... They probably have their own messenger courier system.
Probably.
Let's get them to bring it to us.
Well, how about this? We're going to take a quick break, and you all can try and think about how exactly you want to try and do this.
Yeah.
So we'll be back in probably less than 5 minutes. So we'll see y'all in just a minute. Although Nate is definitely right about that. So yeah, we'll be back in just a minute. See y'all then. Hello and welcome back. Also, hey Majestic, welcome.
Hi, Manchester.
Hey.
So, we are back. I think everyone has actually figured out a plan for what they want to do.
We agree on a plan, let's put it that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what is this plan?
We're gonna steal it.
Or charm the person, but I think stealing might be a little better.
I think charming in this case still counts as stealing.
We're gonna so
Okay.
essentially what's gonna happen is we're gonna go back tomorrow. Hopefully there will be a new person on the desk. And a proper hello to you, Majestic. So hopefully there will be a new person on the desk. We are going to charm the pants off of that person and get our information. If not, we steal it.
To be fair, the last person who was at that desk did not wear pants, so we'll see if that works.
It's a phrase. The theoretical pants will be removed.
Okay.
By our charm. Sorry, I realized that was a ridiculous phrase.
Yeah, that had better turn into a quote. Okay, so yes, that is your plan.
That's 3 in one night.
Yup. To be fair, one of them was created when we weren't actually streaming, but I needed to make it a quote anyway because it was worth it.
I know. I think I'm 83 and 84 now.
So
74 still is best quote.
no, 74 is best quote.
That's what I
74.
said!
Oh, I heard 84. Sorry.
Ow!
You're slowly sinking and hiding from your camera. I just realized. Haley.
Oh, yes,
Hold it.
I know.
Okay, so
Alright.
you all are planning on somehow stealing this item. However, it's basically probably about 1 in the afternoon now. So are you going to do it tonight, or are you going to, like, waste all of today doing nothing?
Wait for the cover of darkness.
Okay, so what are you going to do until dusk? I am a bit loud, but that's because I have to have the settings turned up so that Haley can be picked up.
Yeah, because otherwise I start mumbling and then it can't hear me and then
Yeah,
problems ensue.
sorry.
Maybe we should prep for our
Here.
heist.
Okay.
Go to the marketplace, get some stealthiness stuff. I don't know.
How's that? Is that better?
Some stealthiness stuff? What?
I don't know. I'm tired.
What, are we gonna get some war paint? Some black jumps?
The black ski mask.
Some balaclavas. Bring on the balaclavas.
That's right. You like
Okay.
sheriff, secret police.
You need blowguns then.
Yes, then. Maybe we can find like some chloroform.
I'm gonna point out that blowguns are actually a weapon in D&D if you want them.
Are they really?
Yes.
Maybe we can get a bottle of chloroform or something like that.
Also, chat, is this better for Cat versus Haley volume?
Wooga 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 wooga. So, what is your actual plan then?
How does everyone feel about getting balaclavas?
Okay.
Magic balaclavas.
I feel like it's kind of tacky, P.S.
So you've,
We've devolved into silliness.
so you've come full circle, and instead of going to charm them, you're just gonna try and break in at night.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
it doesn't work, we charm them in the morning.
Okay, well give me a minute then, because I'm gonna go need to grab the player's handbook to see if balaclava is an item with a cost already associated. So
Oh my
you all
God.
figure out what you want to buy. I'll be back in.
I feel kind of bad about that, but I also kind of don't.
Yeah, Majestic, the complaint is that we have been a little bit quiet.
Yeah.
But
Well, the thing is, they can't turn themselves up because of how this works.
Yeah. The only thing I can do is move my mic. But
So we're
I can get
working
closer
on that.
and like close to the mic, closer, closer,
be
closer to the mic. Like eat the mic. Ah, don't eat the mic.
That would be bad, Miriam. Please don't. I think
I think it would cause
My-
intestinal problems.
that I was about to say I got some digestional issues.
I don't need to deal with that again.
not the healthiest.
Not again. No, that was earlier this week.
No.
It's alright.
Everyone.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
Oh yes! I forgot about that.
Oh, you missed the letter in there though. Everyone, get out your pencils. Your pencils.
Oh, I'll fix that.
Okay.
He
Maybe
usually
look at
has to make one spelling mistake, so.
Okay, I gotta move this mic because it is actually like.
Miriam, your mic has become unplugged.
Oh no.
Bye, Miriam!
She's scrambling.
There.
Better?
Yay.
We can hear you, that's always better.
Yay!
Okay, you all.
And this
might be-
time it's an actual technical error versus like my Wi-Fi going.
Okay, how are they now? Because I just massively changed the way that we're picking up their audio.
It's a.
Is this better?
It might be. We'll see.
Eh?
But so yes. So balaclavas. Anything else that you were going to try and purchase? You mad bastards.
Chloroform. Can we buy
We're
chloroform?
going with the chloroform. Does that
Why
even
not?
work with dragons or Yanti?
Probably.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
We'll get some chloroform.
Okay.
Oh,
Who's
Jesus.
stealthy?
Not me.
Not the rogue.
Well, you don't
who's got
have
good
a rogue.
dex? That's the thing. Who's got
No.
good dex?
Not me.
I have 15. That's it.
Okay. That's better than my 12.
I'd have to check, hold on.
Oh dear.
13.
So we all have shitty decks.
Yeah.
Okay, how are we gonna make that work?
Well, first question: where are you trying to buy all of this theoretical burglary equipment?
Is there a Thieves R Us?
I would
Oh, Jesus.
assume not. I mean, none of. Actually, I guess. Stephanie, I would say you are the one most likely to have some sort of like
Oh.
black market contact.
Insight. That's true.
Yeah, you're like 2 steps away from being a pirate.
Yeah, you're basically a
Yeah.
slightly more legal pirate, but I'd feel like you'd probably do some illegal
Slightly.
stuff to, like, make sure that you kept your job. So
Oh yeah.
I'd say that
If
you're
it
probably.
benefits me, then I'll do it.
So I'll say that you. I'll give you advantage to basically do a perception check to find a black market dealer of things for thievery.
I mean, a balaclava wouldn't be that. I don't feel like balaclavas would be hard to get.
However,
We
the
just
second
get
that
black
you.
cloth.
But when you start asking for the other stuff, it becomes a bigger issue.
Who says we have to
17?
ask in the same place?
Yeah, I'll say that that's good enough for you to basically, after a bit of searching around this part of town, you basically find someone who, sorry, hiccuping and dying, is probably, like, works in the R&D building, it looks like,
They can smuggle it from chloroform.
and, like, has been smuggling stuff out of the R&D building to sell.
Oh, good.
So-
Stealing from your workplace. Great.
It's always fun.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you basically found someone. They don't look like the most competent or intelligent person, but they've definitely managed to get some weird and very like illegal stuff. So they're probably gonna be your best bet for whatever it is you need.
Don't have to be intelligent to be a good.
No, but it means they might not have all the best stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So
We're going on a heist. We're heisting away.
Okay, so you basically found this dude. What are you looking to get from him?
Some. Okay, so we're gonna probably need. We have rope. We will need chloroform. We will need to get balaclavas. What other kind of heisting gear do we need?
Mm.
thieves' tools.
Ooh, yes. Maybe
Or two.
lock picks. Maybe a crowbar.
I think most of your equipment pack should come... Well, hang on, let me see here. Burglar's pack comes with a crowbar. So basically what you're telling me is that at least one of you wants to buy a, like, burglar's pack.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
yeah.
Do I still have Moira's?
No.
No,
Okay.
because you all left her body.
Yep.
That's right. We only took
Yeah.
her finger. Or her hand, excuse me.
I think it was a finger, wasn't it?
It was just a finger.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the entire hand. Like, give me a hand, guys.
Nah.
No,
they
it was
did
the
it.
littlest part that we could get.
I think they did it specifically so that they wouldn't need to do that.
Yeah. hang on,
Yep.
just- I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
So...
Burglar's pack would have most of what we need, right?
Yes, in fact, a burglar's pack would have a backpack, a bag of 1,000 ball bearings, 10 feet of string, a bell, 5 candles, a crowbar, a hammer, 10 pythons, a hooded lantern, 2 flasks of oil, 5 days of rations, a tinderbox and a water skin, and 50 feet of hemp rope.
That sounds like it's everything we need minus the balaclava and the chloroform.
And the thieves' tools.
I'm gonna do a silent protest against the balaclava because I think that's just tacky. But
Oh, hush. It's a fashion statement.
Wait, who got that one special cloak?
Oh,
I think you did, Stephanie.
Did I? No, I
thought you
thought
did.
it was Miriam.
let me look.
No, I know Miriam's got the gun.
Oh, I've got the robe of useful items.
Oh, yeah. What is on that
Do you
item?
have
on
anything that'll help?
that? There's a ladder. That much I
there
remember.
is a ladder.
There's a bunch of stuff to turn into money.
There's a bunch of weird stuff. There's so there's daggers, bullseye, lantern, steel mirror, 10-foot pole, 50 feet of hemp rope, and a sack. Additionally, we have spell scrolls, 2 24-foot tall wooden ladders, 3 patches with 4 potions, 1 patch with 10 gems worth 100 gold each. Ooh, I have a pit. We
Yeah,
can just stick the person in a pit.
You have a portable hole, yes.
Or, wait, I
do.
have a little portable closet. We could just stuff them in there.
Oh, right, yes, you do have. I forgot that you have the
I
ring of
do.
holding.
Yes.
Yes!
Stick 'em in the
Let's stick him in
closet.
the hole. We can do that.
Yeah, and then just let them out when we're done. They'll be
This,
Click
fine.
in a
this
hole,
goes
click
against
in a hole.
Nadar's every instinct to just beat the shit out of people.
But this is more fun.
I thought
This
you were
is so
going in
much-
after hours. Who were you planning to put in the portable hole and/or the pocket closet?
Anyone would be
Anybody
fine.
that comes along and makes us
We chloroform them and stick them in a pit.
Okay.
cool. We have a backup plan.
Okay.
I'm so glad this was established.
Okay. So yes, you've walked up to this black market
do-
dealer.
Oh, I should get a portable hole. That would be so cool.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
So
this
many uses.
isn't really portable. It's a one-time place hole.
Yeah, I just have a pit. I
Yeah.
can just make a pit appear. Like, boom, you have a pit.
Yeah. So you walk up to this black market dealer. What are you trying to get out of him?
So,
These pack and chloroform.
yeah.
So upon the mention of chloroform, he's just like, for what, if I might ask?
Don't worry about it, man.
You know,
We got your money. Just
I mostly ask because, if I'm completely honest, chloroform is a bit passé, don't you think?
rude.
Well,
we're just trying to have a little fun with this. Don't judge us.
I'm not judging you, I'm saying there are so many more modern ways to go about what you could do with some chloroform.
Such as
He, whips out this little pistol. He's like, this little beauty, fresh from R&D. Simply load it with one of these little darts, hit your target, and, wait a few seconds.
so a blowgun. You have
It's a drink. It's a drink.
It's
It's
a
a drink.
It's a pistol, so it's not like puff blowgun dart, but yes. In fact, it looks like you could probably buy normal blowgun darts and put them in it.
Alright.
It's
Oh,
to
Stina,
drink.
would this
We
make
gotta
you
drink
happier
that.
than the chloroform?
Yes.
Alright, we'll take the gun. How much?
See this face?
Hang on, let me check prices.
Alright.
I'm holding this face till it appears.
The burglar's pack, he's just like, well, I have many of those.
There we go.
It'll be a simple 20 gold charge.
Let's get it. Might as well.
Alright.
Right. How much is he asking for the thieves pack?
The thieves pack, the thieves tools, or the burglar pack?
The burglar pack that
The
we're getting.
Yeah, that doesn't contain thieves tools, though.
Well, no.
I'm just making sure you're aware. Yeah, that's the
Yes.
20 gold.
I'll cover that one.
Wonderful.
I'll cover the thieves' tools, because I'm not paying for the balaclavas!
The little...
And I shall buy the balaclavas.
The little pistol he holds up will be 750 gold.
Okay, hang on.
How much? I hope I
Do we
wrote
have
down.
750 gold?
I know one of you has that much.
Yeah.
I apparently did not update my gold status.
You got 100 and... You got 100 or 200 for the goblin job. I just don't remember exactly how much it was.
Oh, we did?
Yeah,
Okay. Let me add that to my total.
and then someone else got paid a shit ton for the purchasing of their boat.
For my boat.
That's right, you've got a boat.
Somebody wanna... Oh. How many
I'll chip
darts
in
does
for
it
it.
come with?
It's coming with 20 preloaded darts with whatever this sleep drug is.
Alright. You said you wanted to split it, Miriam?
Sure. 750, right? So that's...
So that's 325?
Yeah, I can afford it.
No. No, that's not right.
No.
750 divided by 2.
That's
yeah.
that's 375.
Wow.
Yeah.
Please.
So
Okay.
after you purchase it, he sort of starts explaining, okay, so here is the magazine that you load the little sleep darts into, load it in like this. If you pop the magazine out, you can replace these with standard bullets, and it'll then, instead of holding 10, will hold 15.
Okay.
He is not selling you any standard bullets, though.
Okay. Do you want to hold on to it for now?
Sure.
And we can just, switch off.
Wonderful. Steven, do you have, is it something that you can copy and paste, or just
It is
give
not.
me the stats for?
So I can give you the stats for it.
Okay.
It is just an automatic pistol, is the name.
Okay.
When you're using it to put someone to sleep, then it doesn't do any damage, but you still have to roll an attack roll.
Okay.
From there, it's just going to be them making a con save unless they're below a certain con, in which case they'll just fall asleep anyway. If you load it with standard bullets, it will do 2d6 piercing.
Okay. And what modifier can I put on that?
It's dex.
Okay.
Range is 50/150. So basically, ideal range is under 50 feet. Can fire up to 150 feet, but if you go beyond 50, you have disadvantage.
Okay.
So with normal bullets, it's 15 shots and requires you to use has reload after firing 15 shots.
Okay.
So basically, if you are to fight, you can do, if for some reason you're able to do one shot, then second shot in a turn, if you reach the end of the clip, after you fire the last shot, you'll need to basically not be able to, you won't be able to shoot anymore until after you've reloaded it.
Okay. Sounds good. Cool. It is added.
Okay. But yeah, you do need to go buy actual bullets if you want to shoot actual bullets.
Yes.
Sounds good. So I've got that in my stash.
Okay. Now then.
All right.
So it was 20 gold for the burglars pack. Burglars pack.
Mhm.
Did you still want thieves' tools?
Haley, were you gonna get the thieves' tools?
Yeah, I'll get the thieves' tools and the burglars pack since you guys are splitting
The basically weirdly modified gun.
yeah.
Essentially.
Let me go find the stupid thieves' tools because I walked away from it by accident.
Nice.
Okay. Thieves' tools are... I'm on the wrong page apparently. There we go. Thieves' tools will be... not here. That's kind of a pain. What the hell? Oh, there they are. Just in a different section. 30 gold pieces.
Okay, so 20 and 30?
Yes.
So 50?
Yep.
Okay.
And then, did you all still want balaclavas?
Silent protest.
We'll skip the balaclavas.
I mean, with this, he's basically at this point just trying to upsell you. And he's like, well, I could offer you a balaclava for like 1 gold for each of you. Like, a gold is a not small amount of money, but it's also, like, you all have plenty of gold, where it's literally 1 per each of you.
Yeah, you know what? Throw in the balaclavas. We'll take them.
Okay, so that's 4 gold total.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Chiki's still with us, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yes. I bought balaclavas for everyone.
Okay. Well, at this point, this guy's still trying to upsell you. He's like, well, I mean, if you need to climb over something, I've got this, like, climber's kit. I mean, I've got... It's got, like, the grappling hooks. I mean, I could give you some climbing hooks. Come on. Anything else you might need?
Thanks.
I mean, worst case, I also have this portable ram, and, like, lifts up this massive, like... It basically looks like it's an iron block with 2 handles, and then
See, I've got one already.
And then, but this is like a modern one, where it's got, like... It's an iron block with the 2 handles, and then a button on the side of one of the handles, where it just looks like there's a pile driver built into it. It's like you press the button, and the pile driver just goes like, wham! For you.
That is impressive, but I think we're good.
Yes.
If
Thank
you're sure.
you.
Thank you very much for your purchases today. I hope to see you again soon. And then just sort of like, he basically packs, it's very strange because when you met this person, he was just sort of standing kindly by this little dark corner, and as you were talking to him, he just kept like showing you these things, and then you realize that he's basically built a storefront in front of you, and as soon as you say that you're done, he basically just somehow folds the entire thing up into like a briefcase, and just
Impressive.
like as though you're just looking at it like that shouldn't work, but okay, just folds it up into a briefcase, turns around, and walks away.
That's how you do it.
Yep.
Impressive.
All right.
So anything else that you want to do?
No, I think that'll do it.
I think we're good.
Okay. Well, I think then... Are you just gonna head straight there?
Well, we're gonna wait for nightfall.
Yeah, I mean, like, wait for nightfall and then just head straight there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we can leave off then with you all getting off the train in this county in Sector A, like, nonchalant as you can possibly be, with one of you wearing a silly cloak covered in weird patches, some balaclava.
And a balaclava!
I'm assuming that you're not wearing the balaclavas. I'm assuming that they're all in pockets.
Not yet.
Yes. So you've all got, like, balaclavas in your pockets. One of you has a second backpack. And a weird box of thieves' tools in the new backpack as well. One of you is, not having purchased a holster, is carrying around a weird little pistol. I assume in a different pocket, trying to make it not obvious that you have a gun.
Pretty much.
Bummer. Oh well.
Apparently, I don't remember the hotkey for starting the arena. Give me a second, actually.
That's alright.
Well, no, I thought I remembered it. Shortcut keys. I did do it right. Okay.
You're just broke apparently.
There we go. Okay, now it's active. But yes,
Wait, what is this?
it's another betting thing.
What do you do?
It's an arena fight to the death thing.
So you
Oh,
basically
lovely.
do join arena with how many ever tokens you want to enter.
Yeah. And you can only win as many as you put in. So, like, if... one thing that people have basically been doing is, like, I'll bet... like, Majestic will do I bet 500, and someone else does I bet 18. So even if the person who bet 18 wins, they'll only leave with...
18.
No, they'll leave with double 18, so 36.
6.
So Majestic will only lose 18 of his. So even though he
Well, that's not
lost and
terrible.
theoretically died, it'll still say, like, he's champion because he left with the most money.
Fun. I've joined this because this sounds really interesting. I like a good fight to the death.
They're always the best.
Duh. What kind of fighting does anyone
wait.
else do?
How are you allowed to do that? As
Because,
Lair of Lore.
I mean, Loratron's the one that runs it. I can't control the odds for it or anything, so...
Wait, Manja, you can enter twice? Interesting.
I don't think you can. I think he's just entered at a new monetary, like, value. There's no way for me to check how people are entered, so I have no idea. But I think with that, we are going to officially end the stream.
The D&D portion.
Yes, the D&D portion of the stream. So we'll go on to the extra bits. What is this?
And
The after souls. So let me hit stop recording real quick and then start again. Hang on.